right, Marvin, this is a great movie and a great report. And I want to thank you for that clip. You picked out a fantastic clip. I really love it. You're on a roll with these clips. Are you ready today? Let's do it. Good afternoon. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today's topic is the movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And we got some great information for you. But before we get on to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Give us a subscribe, a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate you. Helps keep this content coming your way. And thank you for that subscribe. Now let's get on to the report. The film takes place in the Great Depression in the 1930s. And we've got 3 escaped convicts. They're on the run. And they're in the search of a hidden treasure. And while they're in search of this treasure and on the run, there is a relentless lawman pursuing them. Now, our convicts are George Clooney, who plays the part of Everett, fast-talking, smooth con man. And we got John Turturro, who plays Pete, just a good old down southern boy. And then we've got Tim Blake Nelson, who plays Delmar. And Delmar is a little slow, but just a likable guy. You gotta like Delmar. Now, our 3 convicts, they're stuck out in the middle of nowhere at the moment. And they're in search for that hidden treasure, and they're in search for some transportation too. And they come across babyface George Nelson. Are you ready for the clip? Marvin's spot on today. He's picked out a great clip for us, folks. All right, Marvin, roll the clip.
Is this a road to Itabena?
Itabena? No, that ain't right. I was thinking of
Take this road.
No, that ain't right. It seems to me there's a road, cow road, that used to lead all the way, well, most of the way. That ain't right either.
Hop on in while you give it a think.
Friend, some of your folding money has come unstowed.
Just stuff it down that sack there, will you? You boys aren't bad men, I take it.
Well, it's funny you should ask. I was bad till yesterday, but me and Pete here have been saved. I'm Delmar, and that there's Everett.
George Nelson. It's a pleasure. Grab the tiller, will you, buddy? Hand me that chopper.
Say, what line of work you in, George?
Come and get me, Captain, you flat-footed, lame-brained son.
Oh, you're back. What do you think about that clip? Great clip, huh? Oh, that George Nelson's quite the character. Now, he didn't like that nickname, Babyface, so don't call him Babyface, because that really pissed him off. Now, this film was written, directed, and produced by the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan, in 2000. And they were thinking about the story of this film, and they originally thought, well, it's 3 escaped bozo convicts that are on the run, and we'll kind of go from there. But then they started putting a little more thought into it, and they said, you know, these guys are really just trying to get back home. So they kind of based the film a little bit off of The Wizard of Oz, because Dorothy and her dog Toto were just trying to get back home. And these guys want to get back home too. So this led to a lot of different events in the film, which made the film great, why these guys are on the run and also trying to get back home and also trying to find that hidden treasure. What a great, great story, and done very beautifully the way they put this film together. Now, the music in this film was, to me, was great. It was off the charts. It was surprising, it was great, it was entertaining. I really loved it. Now, the film had this song, I Am a Man of Constant Sorrow. And that song has been around since 1913. It's been around over 100 years. And it was a big success. It's had rewrites and different melodies over the years. But the song even became another big hit after this movie was released. Now, I can't get the song. I wanted to get the song for you, and I couldn't get the song with the copyright issue. So I had another idea, just to give you a little taste of it. And if you haven't seen the film, this may entertain you. And if you have seen the film, well, it should still entertain you. All right, you ready for this? Get ready. I'm just going to give you a little taste, just a little taste. Get ready. All right, drum roll, please. I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place that I was born and raised. And the other two guys come in, the place that he was born and raised. How was that, folks? Come on now, that was pretty good, wasn't it? No formal singing lessons or anything. I just got the lines down a little bit and I gave it to you. What do you think? Put down in the comments, am I a great singer? Should I go for a singing career? Or do I need lessons? Well, I'll look at the comments and I won't get upset. Put down your honest thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Now that song was sang by George Clooney in the film. No, it wasn't sung by George Clooney. He did do the lip singing of it. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, no, George sang it. He practiced, he sang it. No. You see, what happened was the producers and music producer T-Bone Burnett thought that maybe George Clooney could pull it off. And they took him into the music studio and they had a go at it. But George couldn't cut the mustard like I just did. George couldn't cut the mustard. George Clooney later said, you know, the producers assumed I could sing. And I kind of assumed I could too. So they ended up bringing in a professional bluegrass musician and singer. I'm going to say his name wrong. Dan Timanowski. Well, he is the singer and musician for that. And he did a great job. Great job, Dan. The only ones that sung in this that were actors was Tim Blake Nelson and Chris Thomas King. Chris Thomas King is a blues musician, singer, and actor based out of New Orleans. Those two guys did do their own singing in the film. The rest of them all lipped it. Remember the old Vanilli Billy, whatever they're called, Vanilla Brothers, whatever, Billy Nilly? You know what I'm talking about. Years and years ago that were a huge success, and then it was found out later that they were always just lip singing. People thought they were actually singing. Well, they did a great job with the lip singing, and people believed it was them. Same thing with George Clooney in this. He did a great job. Fantastic job, George. Did a great job. I even thought maybe he was singing it, but he was lipping it, and they did a great job with this film. Now let's get on to some other facts that are interesting about this film. Well, can you believe this, folks? They actually had a snake catcher on set. That's right, looking for snakes. This guy had a golf club, and he had some kind of rope deal, I guess, on the golf club. And he would go looking around for snakes. And if he found a snake, somehow he'd rope it up with a club and put it into his bag. Producer Joe Cohen went up to him and said, let me ask you something. What would you call a person with this kind of a profession? And he looks at the producer and he says, an idiot. And how about that cow that got hit by a car? The American Humane Society couldn't believe that it was not a real cow. They thought it was a real cow that got injured, and you can't have that happen on movie sets. But the producers informed them that was digitally created, and after watching it about 10 times, they were finally convinced that it wasn't a real cow, and that was the end of that deal. And actor John Turturro, at the beginning of this filming, told actor Tim Blake Nelson, he says, Tim, he says, this script is great. This movie is going to be 2 times better. He says, because this script is a classic, Tim. We're going to be part of classic. And he was right, folks. He was right. So you can see this film on YouTube, Amazon, Apple TV, and I'm sure a few other places. I hope you've enjoyed this report. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500. Have a great day.